Okay, how about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Type in the chat if you can hear me, Curtis. Try it now. I think I fixed it, so tell me if you can hear me. Okay, you can hear me? That's good. All right, so as I was saying, it's like you're able to add the chalk marking, the famous chalk marking, on the big boy, so that's good. Okay, you can. Okay, thank you. You can add the chalk marking. You can remove it as well with Control Shift B. So there you go. It removed. Now it's back. Another one of my favorite features is one of the most annoying things is having to go in the scenario to change the number if you want a specific locomotive to do a video or a picture. Stone Janae, hey, how you doing? Sorry, I'm streaming on both Instagram, on TikTok and YouTube. On two, so yeah. One of the biggest things that I like is that you can change the number without having to go into the editor. So if I press Shift 5, I can change the number, and it's going up, stuff like that. We're at 4015 from 4,000. I can even go up to 4017 or 18 and stuff like that. That's 4006, the most mild big boy. The big boy had the most miles as it would in service. That big boy is also still around, by the way. 4008, 10, 11, 12, and I'm trying to go to 14. Hold on, I'm trying to get down to 4014, but since we're at this, I guess we can go to 19 real quick, or not because it's deciding to freaking cycle. Okay. There we go. So now we're at 4014. And so this is that. This is the big boy that basically is returned to service. Now, 4014 has an oil tender, not a cold tender. But Smokebox modeled this as a cold tender. But honestly, I really could care less because he did such a great job with it. And let's see. Let's change the number again. We're going to go up to 19. That freaking... Okay. That's a little bit annoying that it freaking auto scrolls. Let's try it again. Get up to 19. Come on. There we go. So this is 4019. Let's remove the chalk marking real quick. And one cool feature that he added is that 4019 actually had smoke deflectors for a short period of time. So if you come in the cab and flip that valve real quick, you get the smoke deflectors, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty nice. And rumor was that they wanted to experiment to see if they lifted smoke underneath the cab, but it turns out the internal blowers and tubes and fire and stacks were capable of lifting the smoke above the stack without needing these. So it turns out it didn't need these, and they were later removed. So yeah, that's basically that. Let's get rid of these. Another thing that's pretty cool is if you pull this lever down and go outside, you actually see steam come out the side of the boiler blowdown pipe and stuff. Another cool thing is if you press Control Shift D, smoke hood comes up, and if you press it again, it goes down. Control Shift P will swing the rear coupler, the front coupler open, closed. You do it again, it'll open it. In this case, we're just going to leave it closed. What else is there for this? Oh, the bell actually swings. So let's go look at the bell real quick. Hold on. I'm trying to change it to 4014 again because that's the engine we're going to be running as usual. Everyone wants to see the 4014 run. I do too because this actually represents my actual model very well. My actual model of 4014. They're an F7. Oh, there. Some F7s. N&W 611J. How you doing, man? Thanks to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah, the big boy is sweet. But I'm really happy he made this. It's just so freaking cool and how good of a job he did. So we're up close and personal with the Smokebox. Again, you can wait, what did I do? I turned the number boards off somehow. How did I turn it off? Joseph in. Oh, Control Shift N turns the number boards off, so that's pretty cool. I like that's a pretty nice feature. Yeah, if we're up and close with the Smokebox door, if you press B to turn the bell on, a little ringer inside the bell actually rings and moves. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that's also pretty good. I'm good, man, to see you after the stream with the Steam King. Yeah, nice to see you as well. I've subbed to your channel. I watched some of your videos with the J. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I know. I saw the notification. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate it. Let's see what else is there. Oh, another cool feature is that you can change the class light color. You change a red to make it look like a non-scheduled train or a train that's running late or at the end of the train. Or you could change it to green, which has a scheduled train with a train with another section following. So that's also pretty cool. And then you can change it back to red, white. You can even turn them off. I'm going to leave mine on, though, for white. What else is there? Oh, yeah. The whistle is also very cool. It has a quillable whistle, and this this gear that's on the whistle, this stuff actually moves. So you got the whistle cord itself, and you got the spring that basically pulls the whistle closed. So if I blow the whistle, all that moves. You see the whistle cord move as as the whistle cord is pulled back in the cab, and the spring basically pulls it closed. And I can also quill the whistle by holding the spacebar and using the enter key. Does steam shoot out the whistle? Yes, it does, actually. It's hard to see in a dry environment, but if I'm in a snowy environment, it's more prevalent to be able to be seen. So let me blow it again. You can see the steam coming out. However, obviously, because I'm in a dry climate, or like where it's not snowy, it's basically like summertime where in this session, you don't see the steam as well, but you do see it. But in if it's snowing or cold, it's very visible. You see the red rot valves, which is actually accurate to the way the big boys were delivered. They actually did have these red, but obviously because you got this big thing right here, and especially when that goes up, smoke shoots out of the back. So of course this is going to get very, very dirty and very sooty. So everyone models these black. Let's see this thing on them hit the main line. We will. I'm going to show a couple more things, and then we're going to do that. One more thing I'm going to show before we hit the main line and leave is the reverse gear. The reverse gears actually work as well. A lot of train simulator stuff, they don't work. And this actually works. So you can see all that work and stuff. So that's pretty cool. A really nice feature and everything. We got 83 cars tied to our tender, and we're ready to go. So let's do this. Brakes are just got to release the brakes, and let's get going. Hey Ty, how you doing? Welcome to the live. I can call you Jeff. All right, that's nice. It was Smokebox will do a J-Class or a A-Class for the N&W. That would be. I can't hear the game but I purchased the big boy the other day. So I know those amazing sounds. Yeah, the sounds on this are really accurate. This is actually all recorded from 2014, most of it at least. Very good sounds. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So you can't hear the game sounds. That's a little odd. The audio should be shared. Jeff, let me know if you can hear the game sounds because the audio should be shared. It should be able to be heard, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Smokebox, he's done a really good job on this thing. I'm far beyond impressed. Even with the FEF he has, I was driving that a lot, but yeah, it takes us a long time to get going. But yeah, once you get going, it's super fun. Yeah, because I was doing a test run with this thing earlier, and it was very nice. No, you can't hear the game sounds. Okay, let me figure that out real quick then. Let me see. Let me figure out how to do audio. Okay, you're gonna see nothing for a split second, guys. But hold on, we'll figure it out. Hold on. Okay, I didn't have the audio setting turned on. Okay, let me try it now. And then I have to stream. Okay. All right. Let me know if you can hear it now. Are the train brakes still on, or is that it? No, the train brakes are off. I just haven't closed the cylinder cocks yet. It's on release right now. So like if I show you here, I don't know how well you can see it, but the train brakes are off. Now you can hear the game. That's good to know. All right, thank you. Sorry about that. It's been a minute since I streamed, but common mistakes. I'm good. How about you? Oh, that's good to see, Ty. That's good to see you're doing well. VR player, hey, how you doing? I just got Train Sim World on my PS4. Yeah, Train Sim World's good. It's pretty fun if you're like into that type of stuff. I'm gonna move this out the way so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Thank God I was. Thank you. I was glad that you blow the whistle. Of course, that's literally one of the best parts about this engine. Okay, one thing I also want to show you that's also pretty cool. Wait, hold on. I was really happy to get that I got to see the 4014. That was so spot on from same spot on. Same for the bell. Yeah, the bell and the whistle are actually recorded from the real thing. So that's very helpful. So he did a really good job with that. One thing I also want to show that Firebox. This is the best Firebox you will ever find in this entire game. I don't care what you say. This thing looks so god dang cool. Look at that. You see all of that detail and stuff. And with the auto fire and with the fireman as well, with the stoker being on, the coal actually splits into here, not just, the level doesn't just rise. The coal actually spit it in there. And then right here, these are all your stoker controls right here. Now, because I have the auto fireman on, so I can actually focus on keeping my boiler pressure up, so I can also do a commentary and read and talk to you guys. Not gonna worry about this. I'm just gonna worry about anything that's over in this general area because this is what I mainly need to worry about, so I can keep my pressure up and so I can keep my speed up. Because I also want to talk to you guys, see what y'all got to say as well. But yeah, that's that. Let me get off the floor real quick. Here's the whistle cord. Yeah, the Firebox is really, really cool. It's really well rendered. Cab light, I don't really remember how to turn that off, so I'm not going to worry about it. There should be a switch up there somewhere. I probably just don't know which button it is, but again, that's not really that big a deal because the cab is really nice anyway. I mean, look at how big this is. This is me standing like on the Tinder deck, looking into the cab. That just looks cool. Let's see, what's this? That's running lights. Oh, this light, that's the emergency. Let me turn this on real quick. So that, what I just turned on is basically the rear backup light, the red backup light. So if you've ever been following my 4014 rebuild on my HO model, I made the light on this thing actually work. So that's that light there that I was talking about. So there you go. Turn this on, turn this off. Injector lights. These are the two lights underneath the cab. So it's pretty faint, but it's right there. There's a little light underneath the cab, so that's pretty nice to see. That you actually added that. I'm just gonna leave that on. But yeah, pretty nice. All right, let's try to get up to some more speed though. Norfolk Southern fan 4004. How you doing? I can't. Let's see. Let me try to lower it down. How's it been? It's been good, man. How you doing? I'm glad to see you joined in. I'm also live on YouTube as well. Yeah, of course I remember you. I remember all the good people that joined. How is your big boy rebuild going? I need to find one of those videos. I will next Tuesday, if you don't mind waiting. Next Tuesday, I will actually be doing not only the rebuild, I will be doing the rebuild both on YouTube and on TikTok. The live video will be on TikTok, but the video for itself of me doing the speed build will be on YouTube. And I will also be doing the testing on YouTube and TikTok. So if you want to stay tuned for that, it will be next week on Tuesday. I don't know what the time is, so you're just going to have to keep your phone looking out for YouTube. So I will get that video done. Once I get the big boy put together and everything tested, I will put the video out on Wednesday. So I will be filming the video Tuesday, but the video won't go live till Wednesday. So if that helps, then there you go. I won't be showing the Tinder though. I'm sorry. I know you might be asking why am I not showing the Tinder. I don't want to show the Tinder because I already finished the Tinder, but that is done. The Tinder is done. I'll explain why I won't show the Tinder in the build once I finish the locomotive. But the locomotive is probably one of the most important pieces of this build that I'm doing. So the Tinder is important too, but the locomotive is actually very much more important than the Tinder currently. The way I did rebuild mine, and because you saw those lights on my GS4, I will explain that more in detail in that video. I'll wait till you upload the video on Tuesday. Yeah, the video will be uploaded on Wednesday because it's going to take a very long time to read. It's going to take a lot of time to test it and edit the video. So, by the way, what decoder am I using? I am using a Lokesound 5.0 decoder, just like the GS4. They got a sound file for the GS4 and the big boy. It's actually very good, but yeah, hope to see you on that video whenever I upload it on Wednesday. I will sub. Okay, thank you. What's YouTube? Go on my bio. It's basically it's in my bio, my TikTok page. But yeah, basically my TikTok name, just minus the YT part. But yeah, just go on my bio. You'll see it there. Your GS4 is awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. I think that was a lot of rebuild. That was 2 years in the making, dude. It took a while to get that done. Oh wait. God damn it! I accidentally ended my thing. Freaking. Accidentally ended my TikTok live. Common mistakes though, but oh well. All right, so I accidentally ended that. So There you go. Getting up to speed very slowly. Again, I forget who's the guy who said it. Gamer Night, yeah, like he said, it takes a minute to get up to speed, but it's very fun once you do. Yeah, it takes a minute. Yeah, sorry, I clicked the wrong button. I accidentally ended the live, but on TikTok. But yeah, we're going. 83 cars of freight pulled by a single engine, as the Union Pacific should. Yeah, I'm in nowhere. Is looking forward to getting my J back in service with getting a TCS WOW sound encoder, new speakers, lighting, including cab marker, firebox lights, and gauge lights. Now, gauge lights I have actually never done because I don't really have a cab. I was gonna try to do it, but none of my cabs, the cabs on my engines, they can come off. However, I don't really want to fully disassemble those because I don't want to end up breaking the engine. But I will show you how to do class lights in an engine at someday. I don't know when, but one day I might do a StreamYard podcast. One day where I show I explain how I do this. But if you wanted the short answer of how I do this, you want a small drill. You really want a really small drill bit, and what you want is basically a number 67 to a number 80 type of drill bit. If you buy one of those kits and with the pin vise that it comes with, you take those and very, very carefully drill those class lights out. And if you have some surface mount LEDs, take those and thread them through the hole that you drilled the lights through and thread them inside of the boiler. Then you wire those with the resistors. You use a resistor per LED. You don't want to run an LED on the class lights on the same resistor, or else you're going to get really bad brightness levels. And then you thread them to wherever you want the lights to go into. If you want them to come out with the headlight, you could do it that way. If you want to wire into the coder, you can do it that way as well. Read the rail fan. Hey, how you doing? Hey, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Blow the whistle for y'all. But yeah, that's basically how you do the class lights, though. They're again, I've done them in an engine that has smaller class lights. So there's that answer if you ever wanted that. Train Master 2021. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the live. I saw your layout and your signals. That looked pretty cool. I like that. Pretty interesting. Hope to incorporate that type of the signal technology on my layout someday. But for now, I will try to do that on my module whenever I get that going. That's good to see you. Yeah, I know. I saw you. I saw you on my page, and I saw your thing before. Oh, PSI. No, gotta pay attention to that. Hey, Jaden, how you doing? My birthday's in 5 days. Oh, that's nice. Good, good. I think you're turning 16. That's correct. Yeah. That's cool. I have a friend I'm having a friend do all the work for me. He's an awesome guy I met on Facebook. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Don't feel bad to jump in and try it yourself too. You know, it's always fun because when I think I'm 17 now, and I think I was like 13 when I bought my GS4. The GS4 actually was the first game engine I paid for with my own money, by the way. And I was scared to do that stuff because I was like I didn't want to break anything. But I went to Hobby Lobby, bought a soldering iron kit, and started practicing, and bought some drills, and got into it. I learned. I know what I learned, especially with Bachmann engines, because they're not the greatest out of the box. But once you take your time and experiment with them, and learn what you can and what you can't do with them, that's very cool. You got the big boy? Oh, that's nice. I would like to see that in a little bit. Actually, if you really want, you can show me now if you want. But that's very nice. I'm happy for you. I can't wait to see that video. Hey, Jaden, how you doing? Yeah. Getting steam, getting speed, getting both of everything. That's cool. I might try to get started soon. We'll see. Yeah, just ease in. I understand. But not only is it helpful for you to learn that as well, it also saves you money. Instead of hiring a guy that can do it, you can learn to do it too. Nothing wrong with also having another person do it for you, but it's just helpful if you want to save money. You know, you save money so that you can buy more engines. That's basically my way to doing it. I'm on two screens, my Chromebook and your phone. Okay, that's nice. I don't know if your internet is screaming, but either way, that's pretty cool. Should I turned my Chromebook in for school because I'm done. Oh, and your tablet. Oh, okay, dang. All right, we're doing 30 miles an hour, so we're getting up there. Yep. Okay. I wouldn't mind having a big boy soon in the NHL, but we'll see. I need a bigger layout first. Yeah, my class A is big enough. Is able be able to make around my curves. I have a 4014 as well, but the thing is though, my big boy is like it runs on. I have 22 and 18-inch radius curves, but even at that, it still just looks silly running on that stuff. It's fine. It'll run. It runs fine on 22, and it actually will run on 18, which I was very surprised at. How long is my consist? This consist is actually, I can show you that right now. Let's see if it pops up. There we go. Consist length is 4,160 feet, basically 0.8 miles, and has a weight of 5,446 tons. I'm sorry, 46 tons. Yeah. But yeah, so if you want to see basically everything, then there you go. If that helps. Yeah, that's the thing. They're just like my big boy. It's like because the big boy is my first articulator I ever got, so I learned a lot with that thing, and that thing just looks silly going around those 22-inch radius curves, pulling. I think what is this? I think I have 20 something cars. I don't really have a lot of rolling stock, but I have a decent amount of engines. Yeah, a little. Yeah. The thing just looks so freaking stupid going around those corners because it just looks so freaking weird. My curves are 22-inch radius. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't really see a lot of people running 18-inch radius curves anymore because I'm gonna be honest. Let me tell you something. I have 3 10-wheel drive engines and I have a 484. That tells you something. Why would I? There's no reason in hell why I have 18-inch radius curves. My northern and my Texas don't like 22-inch radius curves already, but they'll run on them because that's just the bare minimum. My Texas barely runs a 22-inch radius curves as it is, because as well having 74-inch drivers and all the wheels are flanged, it goes through them, but with 10 drive wheels, it doesn't end very well. System Bro 1213. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the live. What about 15-inch radius curves? If you're not running anything, if you're running small steam engines, it's okay. Anything basically smaller than a 460 will run on that. But a 280, I've had my problems with my consolidation, and that's a small steam engine. It's not very big, it's not very small either, but it's right. But it's obviously not as big as a northern because a northern is basically like the perfect thing, the perfect steam engine for any use. It's not too big and it's not too small. A 280, that's also not too small. That's also not too big either, but it's not too small either. It's also kind of like right in the middle, but it's also got 8 drivers, and those drivers are small as well, and they have a lot of problems trying to navigate 18-inch. Because I actually have a problem with my consolidation when I go on those curves. The thing freaking has a deck plate, and the freaking deck plate bangs into the tender and derails it. That could be a sign that I just need to add more weight inside of the tender, but I'm not quite sure. Point is that if you're running small steam engines like a Mogul or a Consolidate or a 460, I don't see why you would have 15-inch radius curves unless you're running trolleys. That's a different story. Big engines can handle a minimum of 22-inch radius curves, The problem is when you try to go around a smaller radius curve, the train coupler swing is too big. Yeah, that's another thing as well. Or if you have like articulated steam engines and you have, or like a DD40 like I got, or you have, or passenger cars, they got overhang that is just so goddamn ridiculous. I'll be waiting a while to get my big boy, probably a year actually. Oh, a year? Dang. How come you're getting a year? Have to wait a year? Or did you pre-order one? Because I'm not sure if anyone's making big boys right now besides Athearn, but I don't really like Athearn because they won't fix my Challenger. Even though I'm literally going, even though I obviously have to pay for it to fix and get it fixed, but still, they won't even take it in for repair. Yeah, the cars can be pulled off the track, but that too, but also that just tells you that you need to move the light cars to the back of your train. All right, we're on the grade now, guys. Let's see how this goes. You gotta turn. Oh wait, hold on. Nope, 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 no. There we go. That's the right seat. Gotta turn the rail washers on. I gotta turn the sanders on. Now, if you're wondering what what the rail washer is, so once I turn the sanders on, right? If you just turn the sanders on, if you don't turn the rail washers on, it leaves a grit on the rails, and basically it causes drag for the amount of heavy drag and tons you're hauling behind you. So what this does is basically steam with hot and water at the same time, but I'm pretty sure it's just steam. And when it blows that down onto the rails and washes the sand away. I didn't get to say this on stream, but the other night I have 3 Athearn engines. They all feel like they're going to fall apart in my hand. 3 Athearn engines are 2 MT4s and an FEF. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because when I got my Challenger, I was like, this is a little heavy. It's a little heavy, but it's not really as, I don't think it's going to be as good as a puller as some of my other engines. Because when I got the Challenger, as he said, I don't know if you heard me say this on stream as well. The thing almost got pulled by a Bachmann GS4. That tells you something. And I have a Bachmann 210-4 that I think one of Clint's guys also has one as well. I forget his name, but he also has one. And the thing the dang thing matched my damn Challenger. That's the sad part. How steep? This is a 1.1% grade. The grade is pretty long, so it's 1.1%, but it's pretty long, so that's gonna eat up a little bit of steam and miles, but we'll be fine. But the Challenger, it just felt kind of cheap, for 4. Yeah, I do a recall. That's saying. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Yeah, it has a 5-pole motor too, but still, that's pretty sad. You're talking about a big articulated Israel DCC. Yes, it is. I'm going to be changing to Digitrax soon. In next month, I'm going to be changing to Digitrax. I don't know how to say your name, but welcome to the live, bud. Yeah, that's still very sad, though. I don't really feel like putting the dang thing back. The thing's together right now, but I don't really feel like wiring it up, but depending on if you guys really do want to see it again, I will wire it up just to show you, because again, that's very pathetic though for a Challenger though. The same thing with the MT4s. They fall up. They fell really cheap, but for $400 engines. Yeah, that's the thing. I paid $410 for an Athearn Genesis Challenger. The thing just feels so goddamn cheap. My controller's the MRC Prodigy Express. I don't want to deal with anything with MRC because those things just were so dang bad for their decoders. But I think our other DCC systems are okay. But I think I'll stay on the NCE or Digitrax side. Probably just Digitrax. And I'm going to do Digitrax specifically because the controller I'm going to get, it comes with it has a PS4 thing. I'm sorry, not PS4. PR4 bit thing basically built into it. So I can program with JMRI. so I can write my CVs that way. So that's another reason why I'm going to use that system instead of MRC instead of NCE. But I will end up probably expanding out so I can have a wireless throttle. Something I also want to do is if I go far away, like up here, for example, you can still hear the steam and the steam. One cool thing is just how cool the whistle sounds very, very far away. I mean, you can't you can't lie and tell me that this does not sound cool. That sounds so freaking cool. I had to, stop talking for you to hear, but still, it's still very cool to hear that whistle from that far. I agree. The MRC systems are good to me. I use one and it's nice. I also use the MRC Wi-Fi modular for TCS. Yeah, that's the throttle you just said. That's the throttle I actually want to get whenever I get first I gotta buy the DID truck system, then I gotta buy the local net, and then I gotta buy the throttle itself. So that's like almost $700 spent on just DCC systems. But I will definitely not say. I will definitely agree that that will be a worthwhile investment. I have to go. Caught staying up too late. Okay, man. I'll see you later then. Thanks for joining. I'll have to catch you on the next one. Oh shoot! I was not paying attention to my Steam at all. All right. Well, we're just gonna put that up and put this up. Hopefully, should be able to gain some traction. Yeah, I know it's a really good throttle. I've actually watched a bunch of videos on it. It's really really nice. I really like the fact that you can also do programmable buttons as well. Oh, you're joking? Okay, well either way, still. I can't hear. What do you mean you can't hear? Oh, you can't hear the freaking the game. That's right, because I just remembered because I have the game going both not only to this. I have the game going. Go on, Jaden. Go on YouTube if you want. I'm sorry, because I forgot I have the headset on so I can hear the game, and also so I can talk on the thing. I don't know where my splitter is for my PC, so just go on YouTube if you want to watch. So I apologize. If I can find my splitter for the thing, then I'll put it on that, so that way it will work on my stereo too. So, yeah, just go on YouTube right now though if you want to watch, if you want to hear the engine. I gotta find my splitter, guys. So hold on real quick. All right, guys, I found it. So give me a moment. I just gotta do the setup again. Oh, I think I knocked something over. Nope, we're good. All right, so give me a minute. I gotta do the wires for it real quick. Where that place? Oh, it's right here. And you should be able to hear me. The programmable buttons are sweet. I've used them to set up. Yeah, I really do like that feature that you can do programmable buttons. It helps out a lot with that. Okay. Ah, right. There we go. Do you do rail fan? I don't rail fan too much because I don't really live near train tracks or anything, but I would like to at some point. Because all I really see down here is CSX, so it's not really anything interesting for me. But and even if I do, I rarely ever see it. Yeah, but that throttle is just really, really nice. The only downside is that it's $300, but other than the price tag, it has a lot of stuff going for it, so it pays for itself. Just like the lug programmer that I still want to get. Dang, audio cut out again. God dang it. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Freaking cut out again. Now let's try it now. There we go. All right, let me read the chat on TikTok now. I just read by the train tracks. I have like a 500 on a train just came by. Live feet. Oh. I'm going to try out Surgeon Engineering couplers. For the first time, I've just been having some trouble with my Katie's lately. Try to fix your Katie coupler height. That's probably one problem. Katie's are pretty good, but if you don't have either two problems with Katie couplers to make them if you're starting to have problems. One, make sure they have their spring in the coupler springs in them, and two, make sure that they're mounted at the correct height. Because if they're not mounted at the correct height, they'll uncouple all over the place. Because I have one of those gauges and I have some replacement springs, so that's how I've been fixing some of my couplers. But if you're having problems like that, that's my recommended fix. I live 300 feet from the train tracks. Oh, okay. I don't live too far from some, but again, there's rarely ever any traffic near there, so I don't really go over there too often because I don't really do that too often. Maybe if I live like somewhere there's a lot of railroad action, maybe, but not here. Georgia sucks, like I said. Let me see in the chat. Let's see. Do you guys want me to change the number to 4019 or do you want me to keep 4014 with the chalk marking? We'll change it to 4019 with the smoke deflectors if you want, but that's up to y'all. Let's see what y'all say. Oh, so this sounds so dang good. I'm sorry. I don't really care about to rail fan anymore. Everything's the same these days. Everything's the same. There's hardly any trains around around. Jesus Christ, I can't talk when I'm going by the tracks. Go 4019. I want to see the smoke deflectors. I bet we'll do that. So let me hold on. Let me change. There we go. And better yet, to add to even more the effect, we got not only smoke deflectors, but we also got the smoke hood. All right, let me erase the hood so the dang thing can breathe. So yeah, what y'all think about it? I wish BLI would do the 4019 with smoke deflectors. That would be so cool. Yeah, I want them to do that too. If they actually do another, see, I got 4014 now. You know, I'm modeling as a cold burner, and as much as I would like the oil burning one, I really could care less, to be honest. I like the oil burner one. You know, if I had unlimited amounts of money, of course I would buy both 4019 and 4014. But because I'm not going to get another big boy from BLI for a very long time because I don't have a lot of money, and because they're also doing 844, and I got to replace the Challenger. That would be nice. Now, the only company I know who's actually done this is the godforsaken thing, and sorry excuse for a company we call Athearn. They've done it in the past with the smoke deflectors, but they didn't do it again for some reason. I don't like Athearn anymore in terms of scheme. Even their diesels are very questionable at this point because, you know, now they got the scale trains effect going on. Honestly, I think Scale Trains does a better job just in general. Overall, even with the lighting effects, they do a way better job than Athearn. I love the coil burners. I really don't care for the oil burners. I like oil as well. I like let me say something. I like coal burners. However, for a model, I kind of like oil burners because you get more detail out of an oil burner. Because you get with oil burners, they have like, you know, the rivets, the detail, the oil hatches. That's why I like oil burners as a model. But in terms of the real thing, I really could care less. I like either one. I like coal. Coal looks cool. And actually, if you want to know something, I only have two oil burners, and one's a Southern Pacific and one's a Santa Fe engine. Everything else is a coal burner. So that tells you something. I like coal. I tried to find a 4014 oil version, but I gave up. So I originally wanted the Greyhound one that Broadway Limited did, but there's actually one of those still in stock at Trainwell. However, the price went up by like $200. So I passed. But yeah, that would have been cool to have two big boys though. Did it the 4021 as a coal burner and as a Greyhound big boy. I hope Scale Trains would do a good job on their steam. Now, the first steam engine I hope they do is the GS4s. I really want them to do the GS4 and the GS6 so that we can get 4449 and 4460. Because I'm going to end up... Now, you might think, why are you going to get those? You have a 4449. I'm going to get 4449 so I can have it as a diecast model. But I'm going to keep the Bachmann GS4 and renumber it as 4454 weathered. So if you go look at a picture of GS4s in a steam era, you'll see 4454, but it looks very weathered. Well, not very weathered, but it looks very dirty. Even in the daylight scheme, it was pretty dirty. O's, hey, I'm just going to call you O's because you got a lot of O's in your name. But how you doing, man? How's your life? Talk to me. But no, Scale Trains will do a great job on their steam. I can feel it. And then they're going to use ESU, which is a very smart thing to go. Diecast is so much better than plastic on steam for steam, hands down. I don't see why why a lot of companies don't do a little bit more diecast. Now I can understand it for Bachmann. Now Bachmann makes sense why they don't do diecast too often. That makes sense because they're literally a budget line. Athearn is not a budget line, so I don't see why they call and say you get better detail with plastic. Okay, in some aspects, yes. However, for steam engines, Detail is important, but you don't have to cheapen everything to make it very weak. Shoot, because I mean, because they quote say you get more detail with plastic. Then explain why your big boy does not look more detailed than the Broadway one. And the Broadway one is die cast. It's got smoke and it's got a smoking whistle. And the thing it literally is the strongest pulling HL steam locomotive in the market right now. Because there's I forget. If you search up Performance Locomotive Inc., which is the YouTuber I watch, he has a Y6B and a Broadway Limited Big Boy. He does a tug of war, and it shows both of them, dueling it out. They do a tug of war. The big boy wins, just barely though. So there is nothing that thing won't walk away with. And then if you replace the decoder so it gets rid of the motor issue, you're not going to have any issues with that engine. My size minor maintenance by just lubricating the thing, that's all you really got to do to it. Just take care of it. Let's see, I didn't receive your chat, the thing. ERTL or Tommy? I am very confused by what you mean by that. Ratsy United Soldier, hey, how you doing? For diesels, plastic, I really could care less for diesels. I kind of prefer plastic for those. But for steam engines, they have to be die-cast. I don't care what y'all say about detail. You can make a detail model out of die-cast. If Broadway can do it, you can do it too. Because I don't know if you're on TikTok, but I don't have my big boy assembled right now. But even Bachmann, they've even done a few die-cast engines, not too often. I think it's cost. Yeah, I can understand cost, but yeah, that makes sense for cost reasons. But even at that, why is a plastic model more expensive than a die-cast one? And I'm talking about Athearn. I'm looking at you, Athearn. Why is their plastic freaking FEF more expensive than their Broadway Limited die-cast smoke unit equipped one? Diesels and plastic are fine. Yeah, diesels and plastic are fine. For diesels, they kind of have to be plastic though, if you think about it, because a lot of people like to do a lot of certain stuff to diesel locomotives. So for diesels, plastic is fine. I kind of prefer plastic for diesel, but for steam, that's different. That has to be die-cast. In the modern era, but Bachmann, they do a good job of making the steam engines plastic and detailed. I think it's cost for at least BLI. Their molds are already done in plastic. What? BLI either can do die-cast or plastic, but they do. But even with their plastic in this, they still do a really good job. Until it cost much to upgrade this climb to die-cast. Declined. I don't really know what that hell. This link climbed. I don't know. I love Performance Locomotive Inc. Locomotives. Yeah, he does a really good job. I respect Mac for what he does. Athearn's big boys and FES are almost $800. See, that's what I'm saying. Why is your plastic big boy? Now Broadway makes a good reason why it's that expensive, because they make it very well done, and they did when you buy a Broadway Limited model, you're getting a quality, long-lasting. Now the electronics aren't the greatest thing. They're okay. But the model itself is very well done. It's very well built, and it's very heavy. And even their Pacifics, they pull a lot for being a Pacific. So I'm not even complaining about the Pacifics, but still, why is a plastic model that much? I expect it to be, if I'm paying for a plastic model, I don't expect to pay more than $400. That's just ridiculous. Because even that DD40, I'm looking at that DD40, that's still pretty ridiculous. I understand inflation, but that's still pretty ridiculous, though. Plus, BLI has smoke and way more lighting and features than Athens. Yeah, exactly. The Broadway Big Boy has class lights, number boards, and the headlight that looks way better. It's also got a cab light that has Rule 17 lighting. It's also got class lights in the rear of the tender. No one really does those too often. And it's also got the reverse light, which also has Rule 17 lighting. And the only thing that doesn't work on the Broadway Big Boy is the emergency light. But honestly, if you really wanted that thing to work, just grab a surface mount red LED, shove it right into the lens, and it'll work. Just wire it up to something. Oh, and don't forget to put the resistors on it, because I actually did make that work on my Big Boy. All right, let's see. How close are we to the tunnel? We're getting pretty close. Also, it's got a smoking whistle too. Now the smoking whistle, it's all right. It's not the, it has its flaws, it has its ups and downs, but it's still a really good feature, and I respect them for trying. So I'm not complaining. And guess what? It still comes in cheaper than the Ather one, which is sad. But oh well. I'm glad I took BOI's big boy, man, hands down, down best model of a big boy. Yeah, to be honest though, a lot of people might say that it's not. I don't. It is. I don't care what you say. That is the best big boy to ever be made in HL scale. That's not brass. That's just even at that point, it's better than brass. Shoot, scale trains and Broadway are probably going to be. If you really think about it, Jay, scale trains and Broadway Limited are probably going to be the two top tier models in the industry in the next like 2 years. Go to Broadway Limited for steam engines. Go to scale trains for your diesels. Now, scale trains, since they got steam tooling, I'm really excited to see what that's going to be like. I'm not a fan of smoke either. Yeah, it's way too messy. Yeah, I don't blame you. Not to mention for the engines that don't have traction tires, for motor reasons, they might have good motors in them, but it can be problematic for them. Yeah, it just it doesn't really work well because not only does it it's too messy. It causes problems for locomotives that don't have traction tires for their pulling power. Because you could have a really good pulling locomotive without traction tires, but as soon as those rails get slippery, the rails start slipping. Tom the fan. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, too messy. Not to mention it can cause problems. It gets all the rails. No, especially if you're asthmatic, it doesn't work very well for you either. I was trying to play the 20th Century Fox anthem with it, but it didn't really work out too well. I agree. Scale trains and BLI, nice engines with traction tires. Smoke gets on the rails on my Class A, and your TMP 610 just slipped like crazy. I'll never use smoke again. Yeah, personally, now the Broadway Limited sound decoders, they're not too bad, but if you ever have an issue, just replace it with a low sound decoder. You'll get better performance out of it. In my opinion, I prefer low sound because not only can you reprogram, you can also change stuff on it a lot easier than you can on anything else. The only thing that I recommend you have is a low programmer. Besides, I don't have one yet, but when I get one, trust me, it'll make things a whole lot easier. It's a long grade, guys, so I'm sorry if I'm going slow. Long grade, heavy train. And if you're wondering why I don't release this to 0, it's because it'll say brake pipe overrides. Low sound, TCS, or soundtracks. I have a soundtracks in my TMP 224. It's great. Yeah, soundtracks is pretty good. I'd be willing to give it another try. Well, I try it all because I haven't used one of the high quality sound decoders from them yet. The first decoder I actually ever bought was the Lux Sounds, actually. I may try TCS. I've heard some pretty decent things about them, but I heard the interface for programming isn't the greatest. I think TCS honestly has the best sound decoders for Steam. They have pretty good sound decoders for. Now I've heard for Eastern Steam locomotives like Pennsy, the Norfolk and Western, those type of railroads. I heard those were pretty good for those. But for ESU, I've heard for Western Steam engines, like the big boys, the Challengers, the GS4s, the stuff like that. Those were like a lot better. Actually, if you didn't know, ESU also has sound files for. If you never scrolled far enough, Luxound has sound files for the 261, the Red and Blue Mountain 425, the 9000, the Cab Forward, the Y6Bs, the Shays, and a few others. They have a lot of good sound files. But why did I say it like that? Files, these. I just like Luxound because you can change stuff a lot. You can just change a lot of stuff with it. Not to mention, you can also do custom sounds with Luxound. So that's another reason why I put them on the top tier for me. And it sounds like TCS, the steam engines are alive. Yeah, they do. You can do that with Luxound too, but you gotta be very creative with the speaking closure. But that's another thing cool. That's very cool about TCS because that Steam does sound really, really good. My 210-2, I'm actually willing to give that a try. I can show it on TikTok, but I don't know if I can show it on Instagram, not Instagram, but YouTube, because I don't have a webcam on YouTube. On TikTok, I got a capacitor right here, and this will work on TCS decoders, I'm pretty sure. So I'm willing to give that a try. Well, I'm pretty sure if I buy one, it comes with a Keep Alive anyway. So I would be willing to give that a try on my 210-2, and maybe even my 210-4. It depends, though. I'm not quite sure yet. I hope ESU will get recordings for the 611 for scale trains. They probably will, most likely. They normally do like about 2 sound files a month. So that'll be pretty helpful when they do that. I hope they do. What am I going to say again as well? I hope they already have a big boy sound file that's really, really good, but I hope they do a new one and update it. That'll be really nice. What's another engine that I hope they would do sound files for? Yeah, not really too much that I can't really think off the top of my head. There's a few others, but I can't remember really too well off the top of my head, though. Oh, they also got sound files for the I1SA as well. For people who don't know, there's actually an I1SA still around. It's number 4488. I'm sorry, not 4483. It's on a siding somewhere in Pennsylvania. I don't know where, but in Pennsy, but it's somewhere on the siding. Broadway did not do that one as a number. It's one of the surviving I1s, but they do have a 4467. I think that's what it is. So if you're willing to buy some microscale decals, you can renumber it. So that would be pretty fun. I don't know if I'll buy one because I do need a 210 to complete my 10 drive wheel collection. Because I got a 210-2, a 210-4, and now I just need a 210. I may buy an I1SA at some point down the road, but not right now because I need to get 844 and a replacement Challenger. Maybe even that Cab Forward that Intermountain's coming out with this summer, but who knows? I'm not quite sure yet. Big boy indeed, yes. This is the new one that Smokebox came out with. He came out with it yesterday. Train Simulator actually does have a 611. This one does, but it's a reskin of 844, so it's not completely accurate because it has 844's drivetrain and 611's body on top of it, and it's missing a few things, but, it's the closest we've got for now. Do you play Roblox? No, I do not. I don't have Roblox. I wish they could fix that when I say and donate it to the Red Pennsy Railroad Museum. Yeah, if they couldn't even at least restore it to a running condition, I want them to at least give it to the museum. That would be better. Have it sit right alongside 6755. A lot of people will make models about it then. Can we see it after this? Let's see. Let me check my YouTube channel. Let's see. One of the people want to see, and I know you, Jeff. Yeah, I know you want to see 611 probably. So I might go to Sherman Hill after this and do a doubleheader with the big boys. But I'll do a quick thing with the 611J if you want, real quick. So let me see what you guys say. I'll do a quick thing with the J real quick. We'll do a really quick train if you guys want to say that. What's the YouTube? It's in my bio, Old Sentinel. It's in my bio. It's Old Sentinel. So let me see. What you guys want me to do? We're gonna do a double header on Sherman Hill, but do you guys want to do? We'll do a quick run with the J. So let me see. Do you guys want me to do that? All right, bet we'll do it. So we'll do a quick run with the J real quick, and then we're gonna go on Sherman Hill. So I don't really have anything N&W related, so we'll just use Horseshoe Curve. Let's do Gazelton to Johnstown. That's a pretty fast run. Custom Powhatan Arrow. Where are you at? It's somewhere down here. Let's see. Did I miss it? There it is. All right, so just give it a second to load, and we'll do that. The one for the foamer's dream. Yeah. As a lot of people say, diehard train fans are called foamers. Yeah, it's true. But we have fun, though. You can never deny that. Especially the tens and millions of people that came over here. And it's kind of weird that they just put 611 on side of 844's drive tank. Yeah, that's why I was saying that's like now I already will describe this, if you're a 611 fan, don't yell at me. This is not my model. I did not make this. I just bought it. I just downloaded it because it was 611. Something at least close to it. But one day, hopefully, we'll get a completely accurate version of 611 with the roller bearing rods and its actual valve train instead of 765's tender reskin. But I honestly could really care less because it's close enough. It's not completely accurate, but one day I will get a completely accurate version. And one day I will actually get a Bachmann model of it. Can you put your channel name in the chat? I don't really know how to type my name in the chat, but if you just type my go on YouTube and type my name, but just get rid of the underscores and the YT part. That's my name. But you replace the underscore between the Z and the S with a space. Or if you just type in Oats, you'll see it come up. Same icon. You'll see the stream live. There's no what there. All right, we're here. Okay. All right, so here we are. This is 611. This is the closest thing we've got to it. Yeah, so this is that. All right, so let's get going. Hey, welcome. Oh, I need to release the brakes first, duh. Yeah, they do. They have the best model 611. in my opinion as well. I agree with that. They do a better job. Now the Bachman model is not really too far off from the Broadway one, to be honest. You might call me crazy for that, but if you go study the Bachman model and the Broadway model together, they actually aren't really that too far off. But yeah, Broadway does still do a better job at it though, because you're getting traction. The Bachman model's not that bad. It pulls decent enough. Well, that's what I mean. That's what everyone said about the Bachman GS4. But look what I did to mine. It actually pulls a lot now. It pulls a lot, and it actually runs very well. But if you actually, like I said, if you go take your time and go look at the Bachman model compared to the Broadway one, again, it's not really that far off. Is it actually 611's birthday? That's very cool. Bachman's model is modeled how it is, how 611 is appeared. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. There's no problem with the Bachman model. That's actually prototypically correct to the way 611 would appeared when it was in the service with the Norfolk and Western. So if you didn't know that, then there you go. 71 years old. God dang. Jeez. Yeah, still holding strong. Let's see. Oh, can't go in the cartridges. Okay, well, either way, that's not really too important. All right, let's get some more speed. Oh, it's tomorrow. Either way, that's still pretty nice. Yeah, yeah, Bachman's model is actually pretty good, but again, it's model. If you want 611 the way it appears now, you know, running on the main line at Strasbourg and stuff, get the Broadway one. But if you want it as a period as it appeared with the N&W, or even if you also wanted to get it for a cheaper price but not that far off, get the Bachman model because it's really not that far off. Only two things I could say that's wrong with the Bachman model is the paint. The paint's actually really good. The color of the red stripe is not the greatest. It's a little bit off, but honestly, since I'm colorblind, I probably wouldn't even notice unless you would have told me. But it's not really that far off, in my opinion. But other besides it being modeled as the way it appeared with the N&W and versus the way it is today, I really could care less because I got 4014 modeled as the way it appeared with the UP when it was delivered. Why don't y'all tell me my PSI was dropping? That's not helpful. Oh, really? It was behind the pilot the entire time? Oh. From pictures I've seen when it was back with the N&W, the bell was up here. It's not really that too hard to remove it, though. I mean, you just, you know, pull it off and then put it under the pilot. It's not really that big a deal, though. But you learn something new every day, though. Yeah, 611 is a cool engine, though. Not my one of my top. Not it's in my top 10, but you know, pretty cool. I do like this engine, though. It's really nice. I don't really know if I like this more than the Dryfist, but I think I do like this more than Dryfist because the Dryfist is cool, but it's a little bit overrated in my opinion. I prefer this. This looks just so much cooler. Not to mention my favorite Whaler engine is the 484, so of course I'm going to like this more. What's interesting as well is for being as sleek as this is, it's actually the strongest northern in the country as well, so that's pretty nice. Now, it's nowhere as fast as 844 though, but it is very strong. So, you know, competing with 4449 and 2926, this is really good. I really like this engine. I think I'm going to try to get this engine after I buy the 844 because the next northern I'm going to get is the 844. But then whenever I can find one of these, because I am really struggling to find one of these things, I will buy one. Probably the Bach model and upgrade the crap out of it. If I can find the Broadway one too, I'll buy that one instead. But I'm probably going to end up getting the Bach model because I can probably upgrade the crap out of that thing. I know everyone wants to see 611 going by the clip, so hold on, let me get some farther distance. Hold on. Let's get at the station on the platform. Let's see how that looks. Oh, freaking trees are in the way. All right, let's try over here. Yeah, I don't like MTH model. It just looks really, really weird. I don't like it at all. Just another thing about the MTH model just has the proportions so got off to where it just does not look right at all. The Bachmann model, again, like I say, it's not really that bad. You know, it's very well detailed for being a Bachmann, surprisingly, which is very rare for Bachmann engines in some age. Your best bet, if you want to be a lie, is to wait until the next run next year, later this year. It was impossible to find my model. You know, okay, let me tell you guys a story about 611 because this is actually kind of interesting, and I actually do. I really regret these choices I made with this damn Challenger. I was doing a bunch of searching on eBay, and this one guy had a Pennsylvania J1A and a Norfolk and Western 611 Paragon 2. They were both used, but they were in really good shape. They weren't missing any pieces, and they obviously were Broadway Limit Paragon 2 models. Both of them were $310. I decided to not buy them because I didn't think, I want one, but I don't know if I want to get this. I want to see if I can find a Challenger from Broadway or Athearn. Because Athearn, from when I was, before I made the mistake of buying Athearn, I thought Athearn, oh, it's good, it's Athearn, it's probably going to be really good. I was wrong, and I learned my lesson for that. So I'm not making that mistake again. So there's your story about my 611 mistake. And basically a bunch of mistakes in general. I also could have bought. There's a few engines I could have bought. I could have got a Scale Trains turbine, but I was sad because they weren't in stock. I actually was going to buy one, but they weren't in stock, so I didn't buy one. I could have got a 611, like I just said. I could have got a J1A. I could have also got a Y6B if I waited another 2 months. I could have also pre-ordered the cab forward, but I decided not to do that either. But because I wanted to wait till they actually came out before I actually bought one, so I know if anything was wrong with it before I bought one. But because I don't mind pre-ordering stuff, but I actually want to be able to wait and see what the reviews are like before I buy something, so I don't waste my money on it. Because when I was looking at the Challengers, I didn't really see too many bad things about it. Besides the MRC decoder, that was the only bad thing I could really find. But now that I actually have the damn engine, I hate it. I regret buying it. This falls apart of my damn hand. Hopefully, the new run of the J's and Paragon 4 will be in Paragon 4. They will, because they're done with Paragon 3. They're doing Paragon 4 now. We're doing 80 miles an hour, guys. We're almost at 611's top speed of 110. It's crazy to think that this thing has more track than ever the 4449, and it still goes at 110. But then again, it has smaller drivers, so that makes sense, a little bit sense. So that does make more sense, actually. I think we're going to try to get this up to 110 before we switch over to the big boys again. Let's see how much more trackage we got. We got a decent amount of trackage line before we start leaving out. And I don't want to bother with the cab because I know someone's going to say something about it because the cab looks absolutely terrible. You're looking if you're looking at that part. I mean, you can tell the cab is what the cab's going to look like. Hopefully, Scale changes model of MTH will be better, nicer than Scale. MTH is actually that's what I'm saying. I hope it actually will look actually in proportion because that thing just looked terrible. I'm sorry. Now the sound files for the MTH one was actually pretty good, but the proportions of that thing just look horrible. I don't care what anyone says about it. It just looked bad. It really did. But since Skeltrace also has tooling for the AC6, hopefully that may lead to more things like the AC12. Because Intermountain does the AC12, which I will probably end up getting this summer, maybe. Because that would be nice to have a model of 4294. I know you guys like this scene, all the 611 fans. 96 miles an hour, by the way, guys. Yeah, it just looks really weird. It looks like it's like they raised the boiler up by like a few 12 scale inches in the HL scale, right? And then they did something to the drivers. The drive wheels they just don't look right at all. It's like they took like a bunch of the Bachmann 060 drivers and put them on there. Speaking of 060s, I hate those engines with a passion, dude. I'm sorry, but I don't care what you say about them. They just look freaking they just are terrible. I don't care anyway anyone says those things are absolute junk. Do not buy those. I don't care if you're starting out in this hobby and you want a cheap steam engine. Don't buy them because you're gonna get it. It's gonna break before you even have it. Before you even could even do anything. Those things those things just are terrible. The way they're built is also just no. You have a split chassis resting on metal axles and plastic axles. Even that's just terrible. I wish you could do this again in real life. Yeah, this would be cool. To see a 611 doing 100 miles an hour in real life, but they want to baby all the steam engines for some goddamn reason. I understand it's for safety, but still, wouldn't this be cool to see this thing running at 110 miles an hour again, just like the N&W days? Because these engines are more efficient than some of the diesels, to be honest. Because even the New York Central Niagara challenged the F units and E units and stuff like that. A part of things will teach him. Jesus Christ! A part of the problem with him teaches wheels. The fact they didn't paint the tractor tires black. The dumbest thing ever. That is so true. That is so dang true. They just did not look right at all. They're on 104. I think we've evened out now, guys. So I don't know if I can really get this. This is a 20 car train and I'm doing 103. Yeah, we're losing speed. So even if I wanted to accelerate, I don't really think I can go faster than this right now. So we got up to that. So that's that. I don't really care for the diesels at all, especially the modern diesels. The only modern diesel I like is the SG70 ACE. To be honest, I don't really care. I don't like GEVOs. The only GE engine I actually care for is the gas turbines. So basically, if anyone's gonna ask what is my favorite diesel locomotive, oh wait, that's definitely not it. I don't like that at all. If you want to class this as a diesel, this is a gas turbine. If you want to class this as a diesel, this is it. And then right behind it is this. So these two are the cream of my crop for my favorites. This and the DD40. These are my two favorites. If you're wondering what my third is, the F unit. But I don't really do diesels too often. So if you wanted to know, then there you go. Okay. We're about to do literally what these things were also built to do. The Wasatch grade, we already did a little bit. The Sherman Hill, we are about to do now. So where's Laramie? There it is. We're about to do Sherman Hill now. So we're going to be doing, I hope my computer can handle this. I imagine it can. It's done some pretty surprising things. I'll take an SC70 Ace over a G. Yeah, the SC70s look cool. They're really nice. I saw one guy. He had now call this crazy. He took an SD40-2 and merged it with an SD70 Ace. I'm not gonna lie, you might call me weird for saying this. The thing actually looked really, really cool. I actually like the way it looked. Call me crazy if you want, but it actually looked pretty cool. I think it was Ammered, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if it was Ammered, but if you're here, Ammered, and if that was you, I'm not gonna lie though, that was a pretty nice drawing. I actually, if that was a real engine, I would buy one of those as a HO model if I could. But I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty nice engine. Call me crazy, but I don't care. That looked pretty cool. An SD40 ACE. That actually just sounded. That actually is not a bad name, and it doesn't look bad on paper either if you draw it out. Oh my god, that's crazy. I bet it looked cool though. Yeah, that's the thing. It sounds crazy when you say it, but if you draw it out, it actually doesn't look bad at all. So if you take an SD40-2 and replace the rear radiator section with an SD70 ACE's dynamic brake and radiator section, you know, it doesn't look that bad at all. It actually looks pretty nice. There's a black 5 plastered in my damn freaking screen. I think there's a way to do custom loading screens, but I'm not quite sure how to do that, so I'm not going to really mess with that. I like the new SC70 ACE tier. See, this is exactly why I don't like modern stuff anymore. This is exactly why I don't like modern stuff. That extra thing on the end just makes it just, oh, I hate that. But wish my world to buy those. I honestly don't see the difference, but they all look the same. Because if you take a like I don't have a Dash 9 in Train Simulator. I think I have one in Train Z, but if you take a Dash 9 and a ES44 and put them in front of me, I could not tell what's the difference. Because there's a someday when I saw some BNSF action, I just said, "Oh my god, those are Dash 9s," and I was like, "Wait," and then I saw ES44, I was like, "Oh," and I was like, "But they look the exact same." That's the sad part. I can't tell the difference. Because if you put like a Dash 9, and like I said, if you put a Dash 9 in front of me in an ES44, what the fuck's the difference? They look the same. All right, we're in the cab of the big boys. 4001, and what number do we got? 4007. I'm going to change the number to 4002. Audio 4 works. That one's around. Okay, so we got 4004 and 4007. This is 105 cars and it's fully loaded. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. Close the knuckle. There we go. Yeah, out here, still steam takes over diesel. Imagine if it was the other way down around and diesel was the one invented instead of steam. So this is the weathered version, as you can see. This is the weathered version of the big boy. I don't know how but these are really nice. I would take early diesels like E and F units. I want the gas turbine back. If we can start a donation program to get number 18 or 26 fired up again, I will thank every one of you, and you will get free excursions if I can be at the throttle of that engine. That's probably never gonna happen though. Well, you never know. It might. All right, I've never done this a doubleheader before, so this is all new to me. Let's see how this goes. Now this has a feature to do auto engineer, but I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna do it manually because I am not lazy. Right, another thing we can do as well. Look at the front engine. Everyone likes to see some wheel slip action. Yeah, whenever actually to be actually I forgot to say this. When Scale Trains does their gas turbines again, I will be getting one. That is not I'm not getting the yeah, the museum quality one I want, but I don't want but I'm not gonna get that one because as cool as the spinning turbine is, it's not really necessary for me because that's not really that big a deal. As cool as it is, I mean the blade is still there on the river counter model, but it doesn't spin, so it's not that big a deal to me, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Same for the nighttime mode, I can add the ground lights if I really wanted to, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't think. But I will get the river counter one, and I will have one of those. That just I have to have one. I got the big one now. I gotta have the river counter turbine. I want the museum quality, but I can't afford that, so I'll get the river counter. Yeah, the river counter one's really nice. It's still very detailed. It's still, relatively the same. Sorry, my friends want to do Zoom. Oh, that's fine. No big deal, Peter. At least you get to see it now, though. Yeah, I wish this game had multiplayer too, but they don't want to incorporate it, so they have. I guess they have their reasons for some reason. As old as this game is, it would be really nice if they had it. Yeah, the river counter turbine is not really that far off either. If you actually didn't know this, the river counter turbine has the exact same details as the museum quality one. It's only just a substitute of two features. You don't have nighttime mode, and you don't have the spinning turbine blade. Have you ever tried to run a train simulator? I haven't because I didn't want to spend the $40 or $50 it costs. I have Train Z, which also has multiplayer, but it's a little bit finicky in the way it works. But it's still pretty fun. Peter also has it as well, but I don't know if he's playing Train Z right now or if he's. I think he's in my stream right now on TikTok, but I don't know if he wants to do anything with that. And even if he did, don't think I'll do it in this video because this is about the big boy. Hey, it's the 3300 United Way. All right, that's enough. Back to the big boy. If I'm not mistaken, I see some BNSF stuff over here, or Burlington Northern, whatever it is. What the hell happened here? Why is it glitched inside of the? I'm not even gonna ask. It's not my train, so I'm not even. I don't care. It's 1983. That's one of my favorite heritage units. I think that's actually my fourth favorite one. Have you seen SDL 39 stat scale changes to bring into the museum quality line? It's pretty cool. I like it. I'm not a diesel. I'm not really too big on diesel, but that's a pretty cool one for the MILW. That's pretty nice. A little bit weird, a little bit unusual because I've actually never heard of that engine at all. So kind of a niche type of thing, but it's pretty nice. I like the crammed, 6-axle trucks onto a GP40 type frame. It looks like. Is there anyone else in the chat? Most people are on the YouTube one, on the YouTube stream. Let's see. I think my thing might be glitching. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, most people are on YouTube right now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I heard you. I heard you. It's so weird. I never heard that until Scale Trains announced it. I want to get a museum quality steam engine from Scale Trains. I actually want to know what their museum quality steam engine will be. Again, I think it may be either the GS4 or the Big Boy. I'm not quite sure yet. Um, I want to get one. Who knows? Maybe one day when I have some money. But yeah, but that would be very nice to have a model of. Because I want to. And another thing as well, I will buy a Skeltrans SD40-2. That's on the high back burner right now. But when I buy it, don't expect it to be like a Norfolk Southern or like any type of road signate road name. I told this to Peter, and I think I said it before in a previous stream, but it's going to be a fantasy unit. It's going to be basically one of my heritage unit, basically, if that makes sense. Because hey Peter, welcome to live. So that SD40-2 is basically going to be a custom build for me. That'll be the very first time I've ever done a fully built kit of a locomotive that's going to be a road engine on my actual layout. But what it's going to be is basically going to be having a really overkill light package on the front end, and it's going to be painted probably orange and white, and it's going to have my name on the side. So that'll be very nice. But that's not going to happen for a while back. Yeah, it's nice to have you here too, Peter. But on 24 miles an hour with the train, we're just accelerating maybe like 3 minutes ago. £2.5 million charging Sherman Hill. To think that these actually ruled the rails on the West Coast and the Midwest is very crazy. The sound of the UP3 chime still haunts the mountains these days. It's crazy. And it haunts it again because 4014 is running again. Okay. That's enough for that for now. One thing I want to do is this is gonna sound crazy, but where's the silver trim one? Oh, there it is. So this is the silver trim big boy now. This is gonna be very funny. What do you want me to do, Peter? Do you want me to do Germany or do you want me to do London? Which one? God, this is gonna look real stupid on those tracks. Which one, Germany or London? I want to see what you say. I want to do Germany to London, and then we're gonna do a double header with 844 and Cajon Pass. Let's see. I gotta set it up with Cajon Pass though, but let's see what you say. London, tear up those rails. That's the sad part if that is true. I don't really know the route too well, so I'm just gonna click something random. Let's see what this looks like. This is gonna look so freaking dumb. We're just gonna drive. Let's see how it looks compared to. I don't have the 9F either, so I won't be able to take a look at that either. But still, this is gonna look so freaking weird and stupid. Yeah, that's how it rolled out the shots when it was built by Alco. That's correct. You had it right. The Dash Thomas fan. Hey, how's your day been? Just highball it just highball it till you tip it over. We'll see if I crash into someone or if I tip it over. Hey man, how you doing? We're about to take the big boy on a British run. Basically, I'm putting it on British tracks. The big boy never visited there, so don't say that the big boy come there because that thing would probably die. Seriously though, if 4014 did come to London, the thing would probably just fall into the ditch like freaking. It's crazy how a freaking 060 fall into the ditch in Europe in the past. All right, I don't know anywhere of this line, but you can see compared to the signal tower, you see how massive this. The thing doesn't even fit in the. I mean, hold on. Let me get rid of the HUD real quick. The toolbox is literally scratching the rails. The freaking ash pan freaking wheels are touching, and actually, it's in the platform. The trailing truck is literally grinding at it. The brake. I feel bad for the brake system. The rods are literally grinding the rail, the side of the concrete. The cylinders, I feel bad for, and then it just does not look right at all. We're gonna keep 4005's number because this is the one that actually had an accident, which is probably gonna have an accident. Just knowing my luck right now. I'm gonna put green because why not? That's how 4005 is today with the green class lights. And yeah, let's see how this goes. That's overcharged. I did not mean to do that. You want me to do 4018? I'll do 4018 since you gave me the pictures of it. Let's see. Let's change it. We're going to change to 4018 since Peter actually did give me some pictures of 4018 when I actually had my model number. That's 4018 when I got it. Hey, Toyota. Hey, how you doing? Those reverse gears just look really nice to see. Yeah, we're ready. Let's do it. All right, so since it's London as usual, I'm just gonna try to see how fast I can get this thing going under my own power. Okay, so here's some British thing coming by. Let's look at how freaking small the big boy makes this thing look. Look at it. Look at how small this thing is. This is like a typical engine you would see running in London and stuff like that. This just looks so freaking stupid. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's all for fun though. That's all that matters. Do I have Roblox? No, I do not. I do not have Roblox. Get another train and have a head-on collision. Unfortunately, I can't set up a collision right now, but we're just going to try to get it to some pretty high speed. We'll see how this goes, though. Hold on. First, let me get my Steam back up, because for some reason, the damn Steam decided to drop for some reason. This is like calling a passing car with a semi truck. This is like passing a car with a semi truck. That's exactly how it is. We should convince Smokebox to make a Pensia A5. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if you're my thing, Justin, but that would be pretty cool. I'm trying to get the thing up to speed, guys. Big boys, take a minute to get it to speed because the thing is very heavy. All right, we're getting speed. Let's do this. Anything European related, I don't really have a lot of that, so I'm sorry. This is mainly American stream because we're mainly checking this out today. Um, I don't really do a lot of British stuff. I'm sorry, but I do have I think a Black 5, and I think something else, and it's called a 7F, but I'm not quite sure. I don't really do a lot of European stuff. I know for sure that I do not have a 14XX. So no, I do not have Oliver. If that's also another thing you were going to ask. Let's just see this because everything in Britain is small for some reason. I hope to catch the Flying Scotsman today. What is that thing coming over there? Is that the Flying Scotsman? That's not Flying Scotsman. What the hell is that? The average European rail fan, literally, what the hell is that? They're on 62 miles an hour almost. Yeah, I have a foul. Yeah, that's another thing. I have a Fowler as well, but I don't ever use it. The bridge, dude. Look at the bridge. I can't. I don't know if you saw that. I can't really go back, obviously, but still, you saw the bridge. The thing would have basically just destroyed it. Oh my god, that's so stupid. Oh my god. Call me a child, but I don't care. This is funny. There was 65, 66 miles an hour with a freaking big boy, and you almost take out an entire freaking bridge. It just looks so freaking dumb. The freaking trees, dude. Why is there so many trees? This isn't freaking Feather River. We're doing 72 miles an hour, guys. We're almost at 40,018's top speed. We need a model 475 in HSCO. On God, we need a model of. Well, you can makeshift your Strasbourg 90 from the Bachmann decoupage, so we already technically have that. You just gotta makeshift it. Yeah, outside of brass, we need a model 4. We need the M class for the N&W NHL scale. Broadway take notes or Bachmann, because that Bachmann does those type of engines pretty well. Bachmann does actually a lot of engines pretty well. They're basic, but they're pretty well done though for being basic. You can makeshift your 475. You can makeshift your 28 the Strasbourg 89, and you can. Well, wait, yeah, you can makeshift your Strasbourg 89. You can also makeshift Strasbourg 90, and I think the other one, the little 060 that works there, I forget what their number is. But you can makeshift that if you really want to have one of those crappy Bachmann 060s, but you have to do a lot of work if you want to do that, because those things are terrible. But yeah, we do need 475. I do want that engine. That's another engine I do want. Dude, we're doing 75 miles an hour. It's really hard to get the drivers because the trees are in the damn way. But here's a top-on view of what it looks like. Wait, guys. Wait, guys. Oh, here's a subway again. Looks like a freaking midget to compared to 44,018. Compared to 4018, that thing looks freaking tall. I wouldn't mind getting a model of the K4 from Bachman with the TCS WoW sound. Yeah, the Bachman's K4s aren't bad. They're pretty decent. Let's see. Oh, guys, let's streamline our big boy a little bit. Oh, wait, hold on. We got to get under the bridge first. Again, we would have career at the bridge. All right, guys, let's streamline the big boy real quick. As people, as I don't remember really play COD this much anymore, but still, going dark. All right, we're streamlined a little bit. Let's do this. But that's not how physics work, unfortunately. Let's take that thing down. We're doing 75 miles an hour. Wayne Frisco 501 and Sierra number 3 in HO. Bachman's kind of done. Well, not really. Actually, no, never mind. I do remember they didn't really do that one. They didn't really do Sierra number 3. Sierra number 3 is a little bit different. Because it's got that wide space type of rear driver. But yeah, we do need to model that. I don't have a lot of European stuff. Again, I don't really have any European too much. I never really understood British railroad crossings too often, but no, it is what it is. Not my home road. 75. You still haven't tipped the damn thing? No, because you remember British trains travel at speeds that's over 100 miles an hour all the time. The speed limit is 90 right now, dude, and I'm trying. I'm trying to get up to 80. I'm trying to get up to 80, but I don't want to mess up my PSI. Because if you want to see the track of what it looks like, it's basically there's curves, but they're not really wide and they're not really tight enough for me to tip the damn thing. Can I go into the cab again? Yeah, of course. If you ever eaten Taco Bell and you ever felt your stomach hurting, this is what it looks like. That's literally what your stomach looks like when after eating Taco Bell. That's exactly what it's like. Can I join you in your live? Not at the moment. Not right now. Maybe a little bit later. If you're still on. If you're still on, maybe a little bit later. Not quite yet. I'm probably going to be live longer on TikTok than YouTube, but yeah. That's awesome, Hells. Yeah, that's exactly how many stomach feels after you eat Taco Bell. I don't eat Taco Bell, but still, that's exactly what it, from, friends telling me exactly how it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. I have a friend who used to order a lot of Uber Eats a lot, and most of his number one thing was Taco Bell. He would be gone. We would be playing, games on PlayStation occasionally, and then he would be gone for a very long time. The state compared to the station, dude. I mean, we would have careered this. I would have been gone. And then he would go to after he would eat his Taco Bell, he would be gone for a while because his stomach would be hurting. I'm really trying to get this thing up to 80, but it's not. It's really hard. Yeah, I'm just cruising right now. Not really doing anything special. Just running light with 4018. This big boy 4018 is actually still around. Peter, I think, doesn't live too far from it. I don't really know, but still, this is actually still around 4018. That's actually the number my big boy came when I got it. Yeah, if you're still in the stream a little bit afterwards, because I'm gonna end up be ending the YouTube stream in about maybe like another 30 minutes from now. But I will be going live longer on TikTok than I am YouTube. But I will, yeah, I'll still be here. It's in Texas somewhere. Yeah, it's in Frisco, Texas, at the American Railroad Museum. You live 2 hours away from it. Yeah. Thanks for the pictures, though. Thank you. Justin also got me a picture of 4012 as well, since he's in Pincy as well. So I appreciate you, Justin. If you're in the chat, Justin, appreciate it. Thank you. If you play Fortnite, you might think Justin. Oh God. Oh well. That's besides the point. Okay. I think that's enough high speed action with 4018 for now. We're gonna do what everyone wants me to do, and I know, and Peter knows exactly what I'm talking about. I got to go in the build for that. Where is it? Cajon Pass. Where the hell are? There it is. That's not Cajon Pass. That's freaking Allegheny. There it is. All right. I think this is it. If I'm not mistaken. Let me check before I'm fucking something up. That one. Okay. I live in Texas, and have never seen the 40, and I have never seen a 4818. I've seen 4012 and 4014, but that's all the big boys I've seen. I haven't seen a big boy in person yet. I probably will be going to St. Louis this summer, so I will get to see 4006. Now, the interesting thing about 4006 that's very, very cool, and another reason why I really might one day get a model of it and weather the absolute crap out of it, is people who don't know this, 4006 is the most logged big boy to ever 4006 has traveled the most miles out of all the big boys that were in service, if you didn't know that. Besides 4014's new miles, because of the restoration, that doesn't count. I'm talking about the old glory steam days. 4006 clocked a total of, I think, 8.7 million miles. That's a lot. You think your car will be able to survive that? Some cars barely even be able to make it over 100,000. That's just knowing the modern day production of cars these days. Some cars barely even make it over 100,000. 4006 made it over 8.7 million, which is crazy. And that engine's still around since St. Louis, Missouri. Hopefully we'll be able to go see that thing this summer. I like the Roy Hudsons, but that's the only Canadian motor I like. I like the Canadian National 282s. Basically the type of engine 3254 is. Mikados and Pacifics are my two favorite types of small steam engines, if you wanted to know that as well. Jeez. That's a mouthful. That's also what she said too, but that's besides the point. So one of the model of Canadian National 3254, that would be sweet. Yeah, one day I want to get one of those. I don't want to pay brass because brass is ridiculously expensive for no reason. But I understand separately applied detailing and stuff, but still, that's still pretty expensive for that. So I'll pass for now. All right, here we are, Cajon Pass. All right, third 985 gets over here. We don't need you currently because we've already done your train. We'll turn you around though, that's for sure. All right, let's do this. Okay, move this thing up here, that back there, couple that to the train. 844, get you over here, put you coupled up. Okay, now I just need the big boy itself. If we're gonna ask, a lot of these asset thing folders and stuff, they don't work. They're just there. I don't know where they came from, but it's when I downloaded a asset pack or something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, Smokebox. There it is. UP 4000. Okay, I haven't now. I'm gonna place this down, but I don't know the freaking the um the nomenclature for this thing yet because you have like hashtags and everything to change certain aspects on them. So I don't really know what any of that stuff means yet. I'll learn eventually because, like most people, we don't read instructions, which I obviously didn't. So we'll figure that out later. So let's see. HD clean. That's the tender for it. Turn the tender around, obviously. Let's go on this side so that way I don't have to keep doing that, hopefully. My neck hurts. All right. All right. Change that from 4006 to 4014. Now, another thing I'm going to do, because the way it should have been on the excursion, instead of throwing a goddamn Jiva on the front of it, I don't really want to put a diesel too much on this, but because if they really wanted to do add a diesel for some goddamn reason, we're going to do it the right way and put 6936 on here. Because that's the way it should have been. Why the hell would you use a Jiva when you have an honorary freaking heritage diesel? That's literally the largest thing on the freaking planet in terms of diesel power. I still don't get it to this day. I never will understand that, but yeah. Oh, it's already enabled. Okay. I still will never understand why they didn't just put 6936 on a freaking train instead of a goddamn fucking Jivo to the. That I'm just gonna stop talking because I still, to this day, will never ever understand why they don't just use this. Has more horsepower than those Jivos, has same basic electronics, and I'm pretty sure the thing has radio control now. So I don't see why they don't just use that. But some god knows reason they may have some stupid ass reasons saying because it's old. That's not a good reason. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's not efficient. So I'm like, hey, you're not late, Death to Kick. You have no problem with that. Gamer Mixer, you have your questions. Girls are not objects, no, because they're not objects, but apparently they want to. I'm not even going to talk about that much, but no, they're not objects. The numbers, hashtags make it to where you can change the numbers. I don't know. Have about it. Yeah, that's what it means. You're right. I just don't know what each hashtag means though quite yet. But yeah, you have it right. All right, 2014. Let's do this. Okay, hold on. One thing I want to check, make sure I didn't mess up on. Okay, I can still click on it. Okay, one thing I need to do, I need to change. I want to set the lights up real quick. But first, I got to turn everything on inside of here. All right, freaking. That's the bell. Never mind. Beacon. Change. Come on. There we go. Green. That's what we wanted. All right. Put your lights to green as well. Oh, actually, no. We'll just leave them yellow. And get in the cab of this and let's get moving. I just got to back up to the train. Yeah, exactly. They shouldn't just put a train. They shouldn't have put a diesel on the train in the first place. But even if they wanted to, or even if they had to, why the hell do you not use the damn DD40? You have it for a reason. I just they shouldn't have put a diesel on the train in the first place. I completely agree with that, but at this point, who yeah, I can't this day. I'm happy you brought my engine back, but still, seriously, this is just you're treating the damn thing like it's a child. Why isn't it moving? What the hell? Oh, there it goes. Never mind. This is very slow. I don't know why it's moving that slow. I under, I understand. Yeah, for dynamic braking, that now that part makes sense. I can understand that, but every freaking time I see 4014 have ran, I have never seen it run by itself. Not once. And a yard does not count. Yards do not count if you're going to say yards. I've seen 844 do it. I've even seen 4449. 611 is probably the biggest one I've seen run by itself more than any other steam engine in this entire country. Well, that's probably one of them. Actually, no, I'll take that back. 30 to 985. That's an engine that's just like 12 feet shorter than the big boy, and the damn thing ran by itself most of the time it was in service. Through the steam era, of course, and even through the diesel era, through the modern era, it's ran by itself more than anything. Brakes, the braces, 4014 hasn't ran by herself at all. That is true. Why the hell am I not moving? Am I missing something? I don't think I'm missing anything. Why the hell am I not moving? They also make dumb for a reason. Like we need the easel for switching cars when they are on display. Exactly. Why the hell am I not moving? And why the hell is it freaking okay? If we can figure this out. Regular is closed. What the hell are they talking about? Nope, I want that. I need that. I can't do it. I need that auto fireman because I cannot with that thing. Okay, for some I don't know why the hell it's not moving. What the hell? Okay, let me try. Let me see. What if I press auto engineer? There we go. I think. What? Critical damage caused by priming water into the cylinders. What? What in the hell? Okay, you know what? All right. Can someone explain what the hell does that? Okay, I don't even know my damn self. Well, that was confusing. Try that again, because I don't understand what the hell they're talking about. Priming water insert the cylinders. What? I don't know at all, but let me try to let's try this again. I'm assuming that priming water might have meant the cylinder cocks, but I'm not quite sure either, because I'm pretty sure I had them open. Well, that sucks. Okay, so we're gonna load this up and try it again, but if it doesn't work, then we're just gonna end it there. We stream for 2 hours now, so I think that if we can't get it working, then I'm just gonna end it there. Okay, I gotta fly over here, turn these goddamn lights on, and try it again. Hey, this is my DD40 with the red lights. But that's not how we're running this thing today. So yours yellow. Gonna cover this. Let's try it now. Let's see. I think that's probably why I don't think I had the cylinder cocks open, because now it's working properly. I think. There we go. It's working properly now. Positive Train Control has made a joke out of steam railroading on the main line these days. Exactly. That's my thing. That's very true. Get the famous picture. Hold on. BTC is the reason why 611 could run to Strasbourg with a diesel in the front of it. Can you join my live? Yeah, you can join for a little bit. I'm freaking. I won't be able to really hear you that well, but you can join for a little bit. Model train videos. Hey, welcome to the live, man. Oh, couldn't. Okay. I don't really know too much about the PTC or any of that type of stuff. Again, I'm a Steam guy, so I don't really know too much about that. But yeah. This is how the UP excursion should have been. Oh crap, I almost knocked my phone over. This is how the UP excursion should have been. Yes, you can join, but for a little bit. Because at the same time, I can't really hear very well. All right, well, I'm getting too old. I'll look up your video and stay for your big boy. Yeah, it'll be a pretty cool video. I hope that people will like it. Slump Ian, I think. Hey, how you doing? This is what, if they had to have a diesel, this is what it should have been. This is good. This is what everyone likes to see. None of that ES40 ET. I don't even know what the hell the fucking designations are these days. But shit. Okay. Hey, my bad. It's a train meeting. Yeah, it's just a train live, not really a meeting. If you have 1,000 followers and if you're capable of doing live shows of your own, then you can join me on live. You have to have 1,000 followers to do so. That goes for anyone who wants to join someone on live. You have to have 1,000 followers if you want to go live with someone else. I don't know how to. Who easier to have 80? I think I set that right. But either way, welcome to the live. And how's your day been? Oh crap, PSI. We'll go try to get up to speed, guys. Just give me some time because we just started. Can I do it live by any chance? If Dash can't do it, then yes, you can. But we'll just wait a second. I'm not really going to be doing it for too long, but yeah. You can or can't. Dash, are you able to join or no? Lucas, hey. Can't? Okay. Well, I guess, Dev, I guess you can join for a little bit. trying to get up to speed. Let's see. You can see the stack from the freaking How do I do it live? You need to have 1,000 followers, and then once you do that, you click the little like blue and pink circle at the bottom left. You need to start your own live first before you do that. Before you join someone else's. So if you've never done it before, then now you know. You need to have 1,000 followers. Like I said, that's the most important part about it. CN Rail fan, hey, I don't have anything Canadian national, but I do have a Canadian Pacific, which is close enough. So there you go. In case you're wondering, if I was showing a model on my TikTok page. Ah, oh, lowered my volume on my headset by mistake. This was much needed for Train Simulator. I don't care what anyone says with that. He did a really good job, but this was much needed for Train Simulator. I'm very far beyond impressed. I'm very happy with it. I'm really this was really good. So I think that's gonna be it for the day, guys. I think we've covered everything with it so far. Um, Mainly on I'm gonna continue streaming for on TikTok, but I'm gonna end the YouTube stream for now, guys. But next video, I probably will be posting a video tomorrow, just a little video 765 on Train Simulator. But my next major video after I post that video tomorrow, probably my next video will be on Wednesday when I post the decoder installation for the big boy. So I hope you get, and I will be doing the decoder installation live on TikTok with Peter. I think he might be joining me then, but I'm not quite sure. But I will be doing that video live on TikTok. So if you guys want to join that, hope to stay on. So I'll be live longer on TikTok, but I hope you guys did enjoy the YouTube stream. Thank you for joining. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys next Wednesday.